Here we go. Welcome everybody to tonight's Get Fit Physically and Financially webinar. I am your host for this evening. My name is Christia Horde, and I am broadcasting to you from Forreston, Illinois, which is 2 hours west of Chicago. I'm so excited that you joined me tonight because either you are a coach already and have started your business, or you've invited somebody, or you have been invited by someone so excited about getting fit physically and financially, and they just wanted to invite you to share with you a little bit about what this is about, what our community entails, and how we are increasing awareness across the network, our family, our friends, how exactly we are doing things a little bit differently to take control back of our health and to regain control of our life and live a life of freedom. I personally am extremely passionate about this because I have been in this business now for 5 years, and it has turned my life around. So you might be on tonight because maybe you're looking to lose a few pounds, gain energy or strength, or maybe you're looking for another way to make a supplemental income or increase the quality of the time that you spend throughout the day, spend more time with your family, spend more time doing the things that you love, and less time trading time for money, working to build somebody else's dreams at a dead-end job, and you're just wondering, there's got to be something more. When does it end? How can I get off of this endless cycle? And I'm here to tell you today that I went from an extremely hard time in my life. I'm a mother of 2, been married now for 17 years, and happily married. But as with everybody else, that goes through the struggles of financial turmoil, it puts a huge strain on your marriage and on your family. And for me, I became desperate. I walked away from corporate America when I decided to have my first child because my parents didn't have that choice to stay home and raise me. I got bounced from daycare to daycare, from babysitter to babysitter, and I never had that bond with my parents. I wanted to be there for mine, so I stepped away from corporate America until my husband lost his design engineering job and was laid off. And that was the beginning of a downturn for us because it was so difficult for him to find that stable income. And he started bouncing from job to job and trying to make ends meet. And quickly, our single income dwindled to zero. And I found myself at a time where I was desperate. I felt helpless. I felt like I had my hands tied behind my back. I had made a commitment to stay home and raise my kids, and it was such a strong reasoning for me to be home, yet he was struggling to bring in that income to support the family. We quickly found ourselves losing everything, losing our home, losing our income, losing our cars, and it just broke me from the inside, and I felt desperation. I had always been suffering all my life from asthma. For 9 years since I had my first child, quickly just broke out in hives, and for 9 years suffered from hives. And so my immune system was shutting down. My mental health was shutting down. My relationship was already on the brink because of this enormous strain that we had and the pressure and the burden on us to try to support our family. It wasn't until this business opportunity fell on my lap and was shared with me the same way I'm sharing it with you tonight. Being a mom, it's most important for me to be, first and foremost, there for my family, my kids, my husband, be present in their lives. But if I'm not happy and I don't feel like I'm fulfilling my role and pursuing my purpose in life, it affects the way that I take care of myself or lack thereof, and how it affects my family at home. So when this fell on my lap, it gave me the opportunity to not only take control back of my health, but it quickly gave me a way to earn supplemental income to start supporting the family. And within 6 months, I replaced the income that I used to make working full-time in corporate America. Within 8 months, I was able to uproot my family and move them to a better location, to a bigger home, to a better school system. Within a year, 2 years, I had doubled my income that I used to make full-time as a manager in the office. All from home, all part-time. Now, I understand that not everybody, is a stay-at-home parent and are busy. Maybe you're going to school at night and you're working a full-time job. Well, I know people on my team that is a single parent that works full-time and that goes to school at night, yet set aside that 1 hour a day to dedicate to building this business, taking care of their health in a way that it would pay them back. It's an investment that's going to pay you back time and time again. However, you don't have to pursue the business end. So there's 2 things that I'm going to cover tonight. One is how can you get physically fit through our challenge groups, through our community, through our support system, through our programs. Why do they work? What makes them different than anything else out there? What makes them unique? And the other part is how can you take that and use it to work for you so that you can then support financially that healthy lifestyle and then some. So think about it. Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to improve your nutrition, transform your body, make extra income, work from home, retire early, take more vacations, pay off debt? Oh my gosh, I know almost every person in my life that wants to do one of the things on this list. Maybe that's you. Maybe it's not. Maybe you know somebody else who needs that. Well, that's where I kind of come in because I want to share my story with you and how it's transformed my life and why I'm so excited to share it with you because we are increasing this awareness across the nation. Over 180,000 of us that are experiencing this life change. And we care about you enough to share it with you. We don't expect you to understand what we're doing tonight, but we don't want you to misunderstand what we're doing. And we're inviting you to jump on board with us. But even if you're not ready to, this train's not stopping because we are literally in the brink of a movement and we're changing lives across the country. It's exciting. And when we get to set that example, that positive role model example for our kids and we see them changing, it just ends that trend of obesity, that cycle, that epidemic that's going around. And we stop it at you. We stop it at me. That we say enough. It doesn't always have to be this way. And we could change it with ourselves, and through our families. So, I would have never imagined experiencing being paid to go on vacations, being paid to get healthy, being paid to share my passion, being paid to feel like I'm part of something, a bigger purpose, greater than me, and enjoying the new relationships, forging the new friendships that I found in this community. But that's why you're here tonight, because someone cared enough about you. So let me just challenge you for a second to think a little bit ahead in time and say, a year from now, where would you like to be? Let's start with 5 years. 5 years from now, let's be realistic. Where do you picture yourself to be in your life? Would you be set up for retirement? Would you have more quality time for your family? Would you be on vacations? Would you have that dream home or that dream car? Would you have your children's education fund already set in place? What are you doing today, right now, that's going to get you to that goal? that is guaranteeing you a step closer every day? What plan do you have set in place? Are you just waiting to win the lottery? Are you hoping for just some miracle to happen or an opportunity to just unfold in front of you? If you're waiting for that sign, I'm telling you right now, that's here. And I could not say that with any more conviction, because that's what was shared with me, and I believed it because I believe in the mission of helping others live a healthier and happier life. And when you help other people succeed, you will succeed. And this is a perfect way to help someone succeed, is by sharing the journey of a life transformation. So let me ask you this. What would you do if you had an extra $100 a week? What would that look like for you? Would you be going to the movies out to movies or dinner? Would that go towards daycare or groceries? I remember when I had only $100 to stretch out over the course of 2 weeks. I remember standing in line at Public Aid. I remember waiting for my coupons through the WIC program. I was that broke when this opportunity fell on my lap. I couldn't afford to keep the lights on. I had to take my family over to my brother's house when our utilities were shut off just so I can shower them up. I had to borrow money. I was always in the negative. What would an extra $100 a week? I can tell you how to stretch that across 2 weeks. But if it was an extra 100 on top of whatever you have now, what would that go towards? What if it was 500? You know, would you pay off debt, work from home, get a new car, put it away for retirement? What if it was an extra $1,000 a week? Extra. Now I'm saying extra because literally I work this business an hour a day. I have been for the last 5 years. Like, seriously work it. I mean, I don't even know what that means because it doesn't feel like work. When you're having so much fun talking to people, building relationships, working out and sweating, and it's like, hi, I'm sweating, but I'm earning income right now. It took a while for me to really grasp that and wrap my head around that. But that's really what this is, oh my gosh, I'm working out, but I'm looking for accountability partners to work out with me. So let's do this together. Let's hold each other accountable. And now we're going to get rewarded for keeping each other accountable and losing weight. Okay, why not? So when somebody tells me I don't have time, I can't afford it, okay, so what if I told you you can afford it and making the time to do it would earn you the income to afford it? Would you do it then? And if you could afford it and you earn that income, what would it go towards? So, what am I talking about? I'm talking about fitness programs that are household names. We're talking about a company called Beachbody that produces programs like Turbo Fire, P90X, Brazil Butt Lift, T25, 21-Day Fix. These are on infomercials 240 hours a day. 240 hours a day. You know what that means? Multiple channels. So while you're flipping through the channel in the middle of the night, digging through that bucket of ice cream, depressed about your life, Facebooking, going, I hate my life, you could be working out. And while you could be working out, you could be inspiring somebody else to work out. And guess what? That could turn around and earn you income. Why? Because this is a tremendous company that's already advertising the programs. All you got to do is do it. All you got to do is do it. And because they're household names that people have either heard of, they already own it, or they know somebody that's doing it, it's so easy to talk about. It's fun. When you're out at a party or you're out at a business event and you say, hey, how are you doing? How's life? How's the job? How's the family? One of the number one things, one of the number one topics talked about, oh my gosh, I've been so stressed out. I put on 10 pounds. I seriously need to get to the gym, yada, yada, yada. I'm so depressed. I lost my job. I hate my boss. I'm so depressed. I've let myself go. I'm so depressed. well, gosh, I'm working out. Why don't you start working out? You know, we've got this awesome community of people that are doing it together virtually because we're all across the country, but it's so much fun. Have you ever heard of that program called P90X? Oh, yeah, I've got that program. I just never did it. It's still on the shelf collecting dust. Well, you know what? Break that open. Break that sucker out. Let's do it together. And that's what this is about. It's so cool because I don't have to talk about anything that is foreign to anyone. And we're celebrating each other's triumphs and hitting those milestones together. So it's really cool. But it's not just the programs, you guys. It's the supplements. It's the nutrition that supports those workouts. So many other health and fitness companies out there only have one or the other, but they don't have a combination of the two. You can't do an extreme workout if you're not feeding your body right, right? So I love the fact that this, Beachbody business has a complete solution, and it provides the supplements your body needs to keep up with the workouts. All right, so the number one game changer, and this has been a lifesaver for me, literally transformed my life, Shakeology. All right, so I'm thinking the first time that this was handed to me, I'm looking at this packet, and I'm going, not another shake. I've been drinking shakes since I was in high school. I've done this, this, and that. I could have been a spokesperson for GNC. I know all those shakes. No, it's not a weight loss shake. It is the healthiest meal of the day, which I kid you not, aside from my little stuffy nose today, and I'll tell you why in a second. I have been an asthmatic my whole life, suffered from severe hives from head to toe for 9 years, was on medications, up the wazoo, steroid creams, ER visits. I knew how to spell pneumonia and bronchitis before I could spell the most basic words in the English dictionary. Seriously, I was sick all the time, all the time. When this packet was first handed to me, I'm thinking, okay, yeah, so it's got a lot of nutrition, it's got all this fancy stuff, digestive enzymes, so okay, it improves your digestive system, probiotics, amino acids, protein, okay, well, it sounds good. So I started drinking it. Within the first 3 days, I had no more cravings for junk food. I felt cleaner. My digestive system, literally, I didn't even realize I was irregular. It just transformed my body from the inside out. And for 5 years, I didn't get sick. I didn't need medication. Now, excuse me, hear that? I just did an event this past weekend in Chicago. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I skipped the Shakeology. You know what that meant? My guard was down, and I slacked on protecting my immune system, and I caught a cold. But for 5 years, I've been drinking this shake, and when I'm drinking it every day, I feel completely different than when I run out of it. I feel stronger. I feel more energy. I feel cleaner. I feel tighter. I feel like I just can do anything. Now, I will say this. As soon as I got back on Sunday night, I cranked it up and I got back on Shakeology. My cold is gone in 2 days. So the stuff that I'm coughing now is just the junk that's left over. But before, when I would get sick, I would be sick for at least a month. At least a month. And I would be on antibiotics and all this other junk. So I'm telling you, it's totally changed the way my body responds and how it guards itself and my immune system. So it does all these things for you. And literally what it is imagine sitting at a salad bar and spending $40 worth of fruits and vegetables. $40 worth of fruits and vegetables. So you're eating. One serving is equivalent to like $40 worth of fruits and vegetables. But that one serving is like, what, $4? And that meal, essentially, you're replacing your worst meal of the day. So say, before I used to go to McDonald's a lot. And what's McDonald's? It's like $7 for a combo once you got taxes and everything. And then what are you eating? You're eating fries and you're drinking pop. And I'm not even going to go into that. So you're consuming junk and you're spending twice as much. So it's a no-brainer or it could be a Starbucks coffee. I don't know how much those things go for these days. But think about it. You replace your worst meal of the day with the healthiest meal, and you're cutting your costs in half, and you're seeing a huge improvement so much faster. And that turns around, and I can show you how your transformation can earn you supplemental income. Now, we've got thousands of success stories. Thousands of success stories. And I'm excited to share these few with you because a couple of them here are my own two challengers. The two on the bottom I'm gonna talk to you about, Mike Kulavani and Jeff Slamp. Jeff Slamp, the one on the right, we met on Facebook, and he joined my challenge group. Age 50 at the time, working third shift, nursing an injured shoulder, so his mobility was limited, and he just absolutely hated the way he looked and hated the way he felt. And he's a grandfather, so it's like, he's like, well, what can I do? Well, you know what? He ended up doing P90X. Here's the amazing part of his story. Not only did he lose 26 pounds, but in the middle of his challenge, he gets diagnosed with prostate cancer. And being that he was part of a challenge group with a support system that was rooting him on from day one, he didn't want to let anybody down. And he could have very easily just crawled under a rock and hid from the world and isolated himself. But he told me, Christia, being part of this challenge is what kept me focused on something positive during the hardest time of my life. He went in for surgery. He came out and recovered. And he came back and got back in shape. And it is so touching. His story was just tremendous. And he won $1,000 for his transformation. Not only that, but he got to share that story with so many other individuals his age that feel that they can't get in shape like him. And he just proved them wrong, and that it's not impossible. Mike Kulavani on the left side with the red shorts, he approached me on Facebook as well. I didn't know him personally, and he was pushing 400 pounds when he reached out to me last year in April, and we started him on P90X. He finished it, did Insanity, finished it, went back and did P90X again. Within 1 year, 10 months actually, he lost 140 pounds. Not only did he win $1,000 for his transformation in December, but then he was up for the ultimate transformation, which is all of the $1,000 winners pooled together, and he won $25,000 above and beyond everybody else for his ultimate transformation. It was just amazing to see that happen. I'm going to go over that a little bit too with the incentives, the contests, and how you can win income. But I'm just showing this to you because I want you to know these are real people. These aren't actors and actresses that you see on the infomercials. These are real people, and many of them I know and I'm friends with. And it touches my life when I know that I've been able to, in some way, impact somebody else's by inspiring them to do what I did. Some of them just go down the route where they just want to get physically fit. Great. Some of them see the need to share what they have learned through this process and show somebody else, you know what, if I can do it, you can do it too. Let's do this together. And those people that extend that and pay it forward are the ones that benefit that return. Because that's really what this is all about, is paying it forward, sharing what it is that you experience. And then your reward comes from helping other people succeed. How cool is that? How many jobs do you have you ever had that reward you based on your hard work? Based on your hard work. They set a specific salary and wage. And I don't know about you, but I had one job where for 3 years I didn't get a raise. For 3 years I didn't get a Christmas bonus because of whatever the company was going through financially. And that stinks because every year my responsibilities grew and grew and grew, but my pay stayed the same. And my pay was based on what they decided I was worth. With this, not only am I working around my priorities and creating my own hours, I'm getting to work with people that I enjoy working with, and I get to root them on and be, a significant part of their journey. And I get rewarded for it. How flipping cool is that? And, oh, these are just additional pictures of Mike and his journey and winning the 20. I mean, just, it was extraordinary. On the left side, when he was getting awarded that giant check, I took that picture, and I'm standing in the front row with his wife, who I just met that night, and we're jumping up and down and screaming, and it was just the most amazing 9,000 people, 9,000 people, and we're at the MGM Grand in the conference center, and it was the most amazing feeling to know that somebody that reached out to me got awarded $25,000, and I was so happy for him and his family. Here's another transformation. I met her in Georgia. Last year we lived in Georgia for a year. I'm not going to go too much into detail on her story, but you can just see right here from her before and after, and she also won $1,000 for her transformation, that you can start this at any stage of your physical fitness. And we've got so many people on our team that don't quite have the quote-unquote beach body, but they're phenomenal at sharing and helping others. They're a great coach because they're such a good friend and a great listener and an encourager. So if you're that kind of person that just naturally loves to help people and root them on, you don't have to be certified in fitness or certified in nutrition or a personal trainer. Just really ultimately being genuine, being real, transparent about your own struggles and rooting somebody else on is really what this business is about. When you do that, you'll find that return is so much more than financial. The return is the gain that you get in being that part in somebody else's life that's positive. And that in turn, I mean, it's just priceless. It pays you back tenfold. All right, so what coaching is about is transforming lives one person at a time. We are a team of people committed to end the trend of obesity. This is how we're doing it. We're working out. We're sharing what we love. We're recommending the programs that we love, and we're paving the way for others to join us and follow our example and join our team or our challenge groups. Okay. Sorry, I tend to ramble on. So how do we do this? One of the ways that we do this, really, is through challenge groups. In our challenge groups, or you may hear some of us call them test groups, is we're offering three main components to achieve success. A fitness program that suits your needs, your goals, your desires, your preferences, a nutrition plan, and the support system to help tie it all together and keep you accountable. All right? A challenge pack includes not only the program, but the Shakeology, and the Shakeology is a 30-day supply, one shake a day, so that's 30 meals up front. And then a 30-day club membership, which offers additional premier features and a chance to win money. As you saw, I shared quite a few people that have already won quite a bit of money. I personally did a 21-day fix program in April this year, and I submitted my own transformation, and I was awarded $500 for my transformation. Like, what? Really? Oh my gosh. I mean, in 3 weeks, I lost 7 pounds, which I didn't think that was that much, but the transformation was phenomenal because I lost 20% body fat, but then I gained 13% lean muscle. So literally I transformed the composition of my body through this one program that was only 3 weeks long and earned me $500. So it not only paid for the program, but it also provided extra pocket change. It was pretty cool. Just got to say, it was really neat to be recognized for that. Okay, so like I said, each challenge pack includes fitness program, Shakeology month supply, club membership for 1 month, accountability group, and the coach support. You can pretty much see right here, you can do side-by-side comparisons of each program, which is the best for you. Your coach would help you decide if you decided to do this with us. That's basically what they would take you through based on what your needs are. So The other part of this is the coaching. The coaching network is where a lot of people kind of jump in initially because they just want the discount of the programs. But those that get it right away from the get-go and understand the pressure isn't on you to sell anything. All it really is inviting other people to join you and do this with you so that you increase your accountability network. And if you do it that way, it really turns around your investment quickly. So if I say I'm joining a 30-day fitness challenge, does anybody want to do it with me? Okay, 3 people do it with you. That's not only paid for your program, but then some. You show them to do the same thing because you're paying it forward. They get it. They invite 3 people, 5 people, do the same thing, and it domino effects, all right? I want you to get the most for your money. So, of course, I'm going to share with you the coaching opportunity. And right here, this shows you just an example of what the actual income that was earned in the year 2010 to 2011. Now, just really quick to explain it, because it's a lot of numbers. But there's different ranks. When you start, everybody starts at the same level. Everyone, same level. It's up to you to decide what you want to get out of it. You get out of it what you put into it. So if you decide you want nothing but the discount, that's up to you, okay? Which it would be a no-brainer because it would be cheaper than purchasing Shakeology on a monthly basis. But we'll go into that later. Now, if you decide, well, you know what, why be selfish and just keep this to myself when 2 of my friends can also experience the same benefit? Oh, yeah, I get it. I get it. You want to save money? You want to save money? Then you become an Emerald coach if you have 2 people join you as coaches on your team. You've automatically jumped rank, all right? So just shows you based on what people's efforts were to build their business, what the low, average, and high earnings are. I am currently a Star Diamond coach. So this is very accurate, and it's pretty scary, but it is right on the money, literally. And it hasn't even been 5 years, okay? And I've tripled my income that I used to make working a full-time corporate America job that was going nowhere quickly. And I have the freedom to build this business however big I want it, wherever I want it. Like I mentioned, we moved to Georgia last year just because we could. I wanted to provide more for my family, a different experience. So we lived on a lake for the last year. And for personal reasons, we did move back to Illinois. Our families are here. Our parents are here. Our brothers and sisters are here. But, I mean, it's just so cool to say, yeah, we did that because we could. Just the freedom of doing that. Just a couple weeks ago, I went out and I purchased a truck with cash. And I posted it on Facebook, not to boast about it, not to brag about it, but to say, oh my gosh, I just purchased this with cash. And what that means to me is that I don't owe anybody anything. I am not a slave to a lender and needed to finance. Coming from someone who was bankrupt and standing in line in public aid just 4.5 years ago, I just purchased a truck outright cash. All right, what does that say? It means that you can do it too. That's all I'm saying. Maybe it's not a truck that you want to buy outright for cash, but what could that translate for you, having that freedom to do that, having the emergency funds? I'm just saying I can go on and on all day on this. So let's look at it a different way. Say you're a coach, okay, hypothetically, and somebody wanted to order P90X and Shakeology from you. Those are the retail costs right there, the $119, all right? You're going to earn 25% commission, retail commission. That's just one way, and there's so many ways to earn income. This is just one way. If you were to treat this like a retail business and just solely sell out, that's what you would earn. Now, over time, let's take a look at this snapshot. It's pretty cool. It adds up. So, in 1 month, let's say you have 1 customer purchase the P90X and Shakeology, you make a commission of $60, okay? Now, in month number 2, you get another 1 customer. In month 2, you get 1 customer. It just grew from 59 to 89 because last month's customer stays on Shakeology because it is a repetitive nutritional plan. Trust me, it's not something you want to stop. Hypothetically, if that happens, your monthly commission just jumped from 59 to 89. Month number 3, you have another 1 customer, and the same happens. It repeats and repeats and repeats. So let's say you just really didn't build a business, but you just had a new customer every month for 12 months. You would make $26.98. So that's like not even trying. Okay, so if you made an extra $2,500 in 1 year, what would that $2,500 go towards? I'm just saying, sounds like a cruise to me. Okay. Now, how is another way to benefit financially from this business is here's you, your sponsor is the person above you, and then you have 2 legs, all right? I don't want to get too much into detail because it can get confusing, but let's say you sponsor 2 people. That's the 2 yellow rectangles. Let's say those 2 people sponsor 2 people. When I say sponsor, I mean they find other people to join or recruit them, or however you want to call it, but it repeats, and they pay it forward, and they pay it forward, and they pay it forward. Now, here's the cool thing. While you're finding other people to join your team, your sponsor, who's above you, continues to also grow their business. So that would be the other, I don't even know how to call, oh, here, the color code. Coaches you sponsor, but the coaches they sponsor, you're also benefiting from. Plus, the coaches placed in your downline from your upline, from your person that sponsored you, is still continuing to grow. So in essence, it's a true team bonus program because we're all building off of each other and we're all benefiting off of each other. We're all cycling and we're all generating income based on the productivity of the entire team as a whole. So it's so cool that the more people we help succeed, literally help you, I want to help you succeed, that's going to help me succeed. Why not? You're not alone in this. You shouldn't have to be. You might be in business for yourself, but you're not by yourself. So it's really cool. To get started, if you wanted to be a coach, there is a starter kit. There is a sign-up. It's basically covering the cost of the materials that you see there, that $39.95. So nobody's making money off you signing up. All right. If you've ever heard of other multi-level marketing companies doing that, that's just ridiculous. This basically covers the cost of producing the materials. This is what you get. However, when you get a challenge pack, because you joined through the challenge group, that $39.95 is waived. So even if you didn't want to work the business, it just makes sense to sign up. Go ahead and sign up as that coach in that challenge group because that initial sign-up fee is waived anyway. So you're acting proactively and you're setting yourself for the benefit of the discount when your Shakeology ships the following month. All right, so it's really easy to get started and it's really easy to succeed. There's training, constant training all around. Some people complain that there's too much training, that it can be overwhelming, but that's better than not having any training at all, okay? You just stay connected with the people that you join. We have an online office that you get that's automatically set up. We've got our team Facebook group pages. We have webinars just like this, conference calls, training events, like the training event I went to this past weekend. Phenomenal. There was over 1,200 people in Chicago. The CEO of the company came. Autumn, who is a celebrity fitness trainer for 21 Day Fix, came, and I had dinner with her. It was so cool. But to join a community that has all of the resources that you need, and it already has the blueprint for success and the support to succeed, why not do it? So my question to you is, what you're doing now going to get you where you want to be? Because really the only way to get anything different is to do something different. 4.5 years ago, I lost everything. Everything. Since starting this, I have been rewarded with a 7-day cruise to the Bahamas with my husband, a trip to Disney last year, and they put us up at the yacht club, Atlantis Resort in the Bahamas, Cancun. You know, these trips are epic. And you forge friendships for life, and you're celebrating helping people. What could possibly be more rewarding than celebrating people's lives transforming? And ultimately, you're earning an income for that. It just seems unreal. And to know that you create your schedule, you get to have fun working out, you feel your best, all right, and you just experience just the joy of people winning in their lives, and you got to play a part of it. It's seriously life transforming. So I want to ask you what you're doing today, excuse me, to get to where you want to be. 3 things that I need you to do now is decide if you want to join a Beachbody Challenge group. Then you're going to commit to a workout and a nutrition program. And then you're going to succeed with your coach, our team. We're going to be there to back you up. You're going to achieve your fitness and financial goals. Is it going to happen overnight? No. Is it going to take a lot of work? Yes. Is it going to be worth it? Oh my gosh. If I had it to do over again, I would have started 10 years ago versus 5, because this is just the most amazing thing I've experienced. So I want to wrap that up. One last thing, because I always forget to say it. Military active status personnel and their spouses, as well as schools and church type organizations, all can benefit from the coaching business free of any business fees for up to 2 years. Did I say that clearly? You can take advantage of this business and not pay any business fees for up to 2 years, but still benefit from the compensation plan and the discounts as a coach if you are a military active status duty personnel or your spouse can, or if you sign up a school or a church organization. I just think that's great because it opens up doors for just so many other possibilities for things that you can do in your community. For me, I had started a fit club at my church, which quickly grew to 6 fit clubs at 6 other churches. And it's just such a fun thing to see people come together and working out. Popping in a DVD and everybody's working out together. I've been an instructor for over 15 years. And I have never seen more success in over the course of my entire professional career as a fitness instructor than I have in just the last 4.5 years with the people in my challenge groups as far as their transformations. Far, far more success because I have that one-on-one connection with them, and I'm setting them up with a system that already works, that's already a comprehensive program, and a support system to back it up. So it's truly a different way of approaching taking control back of your life, and it's so much more than I could even fit in the last 45 minutes, but I've already gone over my time, which I always do. So I really appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy schedules to join me tonight. I am recording this. If there's anything that I have missed and you have a question on, please don't hesitate to contact me on Facebook. I'm Coach Turbo Chick, facebook.com/Coach Turbo. Or just go on the Facebook event page that you've been invited to and ask me there. I'll post the recording. And please address any questions that you have. I'd be more than happy to answer for you. Thank you, you guys, for joining me, and I will see you soon online. Take care.